Hello hunters, and welcome to Top 5 Mods this week. This is week 4 of this, and today we have some pretty good mods. I've actually made myself be diverse here with my mod choices to where it's not all just hammer mods. So I think that's a big plus in my my top 5 modding experiences, but yeah, again, we have some good mods here, and this should be another fast one. These are pretty simple mods, so it shouldn't take that much explaining to do, but anyways, let's begin. Alright, at number 5, we are starting with a hammer mod. We are showing off the paper hammer Zoh Uria replacement mod, which just makes it to where you have the actual hammer logo, or like symbol, as a hammer. Now, I actually never thought of this concept before, but now that I'm actually seeing it in action, this is actually pretty smart. Now, obviously, it is just a 2D, like, actual picture paper. Now, if this was to get an actual model to where, like, it was 3D, I think that would be even better. But, however, what we have right now is this, and so we shall see what it goes and looks like. Now, if I just go into a different camp here, when I can actually attack him. Alright, so now we're out in the field. As you can see, like I said, it is quite literally just the 2D symbol for hammer as a hammer. Now, this is a really funny idea. Again, I do wish that it was actually just a full 3D model of it. However, it being 2D does add to it being a little more, I guess, funny. So, but again, showing off animations here, as you can see. I honestly didn't think that the animations will show off correctly, considering it's a 2D hammer. But, I mean, it faces the right way. I thought it would be like sideways for some reason, but no, it definitely works. Though for me, it gives me more of like a blade kind of feel. Like I feel like I would be expecting this to cut instead of like being a hammer, right? But obviously that won't happen. So yeah, it's a cool mod, really funny. I think it's just, again, it's it looks a lot more better than I thought it would. Honestly, I thought it would look a little stupid, but this actually does not look too bad. But yeah, this is my number 5. For number 4, we have the ultimate bow of the heavens. Now, I would not be able to tell you where this is from. However, it looked sick as fuck when I saw it, and I was like, I just had to show it off. Now, I won't lie, I haven't played bow in quite a minute, but I might just start playing now, considering that this is the skin that I have now. Because look at this shit, this is awesome. Like, generally, I don't know where this has been, or where this is even from, but it looks sick, and I was like, oh yeah, I had to include this. But yeah, as you can see, it is a very sick looking bow. It kind of reminds me of the weapons from, I think, World. I think they also kind of look like this. Maybe that's the reference, I don't know, but again, really sick looking bow. Ah, okay. So I looked up where this bow is from, and now this makes a lot more sense. This is from Final Fantasy. It's from, what is it, 13, 14, I think? The MMO one? Which I have like 800 hours in. How do I not know this? But yeah, no, this makes a lot more sense now. Which honestly, after knowing that, I gotta go back to playing Final Fantasy. Funny MMO. And not only that though, but also start playing bow again. Because man, this looks sick. Got it. But yeah, so this is my number 4. So for number 3, we have the IKEA Shark Dual Blades. Now this was a really fun one that I saw while scrolling. I was like, man, I don't even play dual blades. However, you can have the funny sharks. Like why would I not show this off? Well, I do not have this weapon at all. Anyways, but if you've ever wanted to have the funny sharks as your dual blades, well, now you can. This goes over the Mitsune dual blades, and as you can see, you just quite literally have the 2 sharks as your weapons. And it's pretty neat how they actually have like some like sort of physics. Yeah, they actually do move. That is some detail right there that I did not expect. But again, as you can see, quite simple mod. You just get the funny sharks as your weapons. But for those of you who love the funny IKEA, Baja shark, this mod is definitely for you. I hope we see it in other ones too. Like, honestly, I would rock a hammer version of this. This like a giant shark I can just bonk monsters on the head with. That would be pretty sick. So I do hope that eventually they do make more for that. So yeah, funny IKEA shark is my number 3. For number 2, I have the Artisan Weapons Retextured. Now, as you can see, this makes it to where your Artisan weapons are now a black and gold color at max rank level 5. Now, if you aren't at max rank level 5 with your Artisan weapons, it makes it into a black and green hybrid, as you see here. So, I do think that the whole full-on black and gold look is way better, but obviously that is at the max level 5 rank for the Artisan weapons. Besides that, as you can see, it does look pretty sick. Again, Artisan weapons are honestly a very mixed bag for me when it comes to wilds. I don't exactly hate them, but the way they look is honestly alright. And that's because I'm a big fan of the color green in the first place. But even then, I do think that they sometimes can look a little weird. Thankfully with hammer, I have the funny, rocket powered hammer, so that makes up for a lot of the look for me. But for others, like honestly hunting horn, it looks pretty dull. So it is nice to see mods like this to where it has changed it in general, or at least it keeps the same kind of style, but keeps it more as a cool factor, I suppose, or it's just a retexture or recolor like this to where it makes it into a nicer just color to look at. But yeah, besides that, again, same thing. It's just a funny little cool retexture to make it to where if you're tired of the whole just all green look, you can have it to where it is now black and gold. Now showing off the bowgun too, as you can see, again, it is just black and gold. And I think it actually looks really sick on the bowgun, or heavy bowgun. Though I'm sure if you make any weapon black and gold, it will look pretty cool. But yeah, this is the mod. Again, it does affect all of the Artisan weapons. Sadly, I don't have all of them to show off, but showing off these two, I'm pretty sure you get the idea of what it does and how it would look like. Anyways, this is my number 2. So for number 1, we have the soda can healing potions. Now, this was my immediate number 1 when I saw it on the mod page, because being able to drink any kind of soda or honestly energy drink that you want as a potion is an absolutely sick idea, and it deserves the number 1 spot. So this mod comes with 21 different cans that you can choose from. I chose Coke as my personal favorite, but you could choose stuff like Monster or Pepsi, or even the off-brand Dr. Pip, stuff like that. So there's a lot of options there. I do hope they add more options like Big Red or Big Blue, stuff like that. More niche, I guess, but just to have the whole roster of sodas out there. And as you can see, if I zoom in, you can see the Coca-Cola can right there. And once you're actually in game, you can go and see the actual can. Let me get her here real quick. Let's do a little more damage to me, please. Just hit me a little more. Okay, so as you can see, if I go and heal, you can see the Coca-Cola can right there. And again, it quite literally is just a can of Coke that you drink now. Anyways, that is my number 1. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week to rate yet another top 5 mods for that week. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.